So, part 2 of Chit Chatting with Lovelady, and I said, ugh, sorry, I bit my hands up in a jaw. I said earlier on the last video that we're going to be talking about a variety of topics. They're all not going to be made in one day. They're not going to all be filmed in one day. It's just, and they're not going to be posted every day right behind each other. But I do want to make sure this part is ready to go. So it goes back to, you do not have to have a lot of money to be happy. Some people think you have to have $1 million, $3 million, a billionaire to be happy. And we've heard all the stories that money is not going to make you happy. You have people that have billions and trillions of dollars that's not happy. It saddens me to know that majority of our ancestors of all races came from no money. You always had that small percentage that was the richest people. It was never a time where everybody was rich and well off. But it's always been a time where people was happy with nothing. Or a little bit. Or a little bit more. Because with that, it helped them, how you said, they grew from nothing and watched the labor that they put in provide for their families. And it was hard work, but it was a sense of pride that they did that with their hands. They came in tired, working from sun up to sundown. And we can go through many of history books, and it's a story for almost every race. So it's not a race thing. We could argue that blacks had it harder. We can argue that, the Nazis was this. We can argue that it was just, it's so many. Hispanics, Mexican, they have their story. Everybody have a story. Even individual stories. But the most successful stories, no matter the race you are, was growing your worth, your family worth, by working and building it up. True enough, yeah, we could all probably benefit from having a lot of money. I'm not going to ever deny that. But when you don't know what it feels like being at the bottom, maintaining, taking care of, grooming, keeping it up from the bottom and growing it, you get more respect for that. You respect what you have because of that. But if it's given to you, it's falling in your lap, you didn't have to work for it, you don't respect it because you didn't have to work hard to get it. I'm not going to say it's not going to feel good, but that's only going to be for a little while. Because you wasn't taught how to cherish it, to respect it, to keep it, to maintain it. I used to tell people, it's not about the money for me. I just want some peace in my life. I want to be able to feed my family. I want to have a happy, loving relationship. I don't care. It's not about, to be honest, I'm not going to ever say appearances don't bother me, but it's not at the top of my radar. And I know males and females have it different, some the same. Everybody had their own views. But love me right, treat me right. That's one of the most important things. Help me grow this food. Let's take care of this so when we get that, we know how to maintain that. But if we can't maintain the small things that we have, how are we going to maintain the larger things that we have? If we can't be in sync with the small things, how can you be in sync when you get the bigger things? Everybody have a personal opinion. Everybody have their own ideas or thoughts. But that's when you get together as a group or as a union or as a team and you talk about it. And understand that everybody is not right. Everybody's not wrong. We can't try your idea today. That don't mean we forgot about it. But let's try these three, and then if they fail or don't be what we're looking for, as a team, the other part of the team is ready to pick everybody up too. Everybody want to be first. And first is not always good. Because everybody think that if they're seen first, that they're better. And the main people that want to be first don't care about everybody else that's last. Because everybody think that winning solo is the way to go. I'm not saying it's not a good feeling. But if you're not humble with it, there's a problem. It makes you into a whole different person. A basketball team cannot win with one player. A football team can't win with one player. No sports team can win with one player. Maybe a swimmer. Maybe a golfer. We talking about those that consist of a team. When you have a team, a union, then I mean, you're agreeing to work together. Not solo. What you do affect everybody else. Now, if you're going in solo, what you do affect you. But see, here's the kicker. The ones that want to be recognized, single, want a team to help them get there. But they don't want to be recognized when it all comes to sunshine. They don't want to be, I did it by myself. They forget everybody else that helped supported them. If you're an artist, they forget about the ones that pass out those promotional flyers, those that help book those events, those that help record those lyrics. They want to say, I did this. No, it was a whole team. It goes to with your garden. And I keep using that through the cycle of life because that's what's happening. That's what's happening. You see it over and over. That one person that want to be recognized solo, that think their only responsibility is to maybe spit those raps or those words. They might not even wrote them themselves. Sometime in gardening, you can plant one seed and it grow. But even then, it was a team to make that one seed grow. Because someone had to keep watering it and feeding it, trimming it, keeping the bugs off of it. So even when that seed is planted by itself, it still needed help. Now, this is going to seem a little weird because I'm talking about it, but I hope it makes sense to you. With that cycle of life, you meet the opposite sex, Y'all start dating and courting, what we say in the old days, or our grandparents said. Getting to know each other, possible getting into that relationship or however it was. And it's an understanding. It's been already discussed. I want to be your lady. You want to be my man. However the case is, it's you and that other person. You're not dumb. They not dumb. You know what was discussed and you know what was talked about. You know all the dreams, the aspirations, everything. So here it is, y'all building that foundation, right? To make it solid. You go even further and say, okay, we're going to do this before God. And we're going to share some vows. Okay. So you plant that seed. And together, that seed is growing because it got the right nourishment. Keeping it trimmed up. Making sure ain't nothing touching it. Looks so pretty. You're watering it. You feeding it. You think everything, oh, we're going to eat good. For a long time, we're going to turn that one seed into many seeds. Okay? Just follow me. Somewhere, some weeds start growing. You stop maintaining that seed. Now you got weeds growing. Okay? Your eyes, somebody's eyes start wandering. The male, the female. And you allow those weeds to come in. And smother that plant out, that seed out. Because you're no longer nourishing and maintaining and keeping that seed strong. You stop nourishing and you say, dang, this seed no longer feed me. I mean, that relationship is no longer feeding you. My kids are no longer respecting me. My job is no longer looking at me as a good, productive worker. Because you became lazy nourishing that seed. Nourishing that skill. Nourishing your parenting. Nourishing your friendship. You left it unmaintained. And you wonder why you're not eating no more. Why you're not happy. Why are you fussing all the time? Because that seed is saying, you don't let this weed choke the shit out of me. God forgive me. I didn't mean to say it like that, but you know what I'm talking about. You stop maintaining. So I can't get the nourishment. I'm not getting the nourishment I was getting at first. I'm not getting the loving from my mom and dad no more. I'm not getting the communication from my friend no more. I'd allow weeds, that means something that don't belong, to come and smother my seed out. Some people only get one chance at life. And you have to decide, how do you want that life, that chance you get, to go? Now, some things do happen without your, how you say, doing. Meaning, you're driving, you're on your way to work. Bam, someone hit you. No, you didn't do it. Now, it's a possibility you wasn't looking both ways. You wasn't being attentive to what you was doing. You could have been doing everything fine. You probably try to veer off so you don't get hit. But that other person probably has so many weeds smothering them out. So they now are unfocused because now they're depressed. Because they're not getting the same nourishment, the same food from that seed that they was getting at first. Somewhere they messed up. And they decided that, hey, I'm just going to take me a drink, or I'm sad and I just don't want to live no more. And they just doing reckless stuff, and bam, you get caught in the crossfire. And you may be doing your seed fine, but they done messed their seed up. Here's another one. You're nourishing yours. Yours is growing. You're eating real good. And somewhere down the road, you meet someone, male, female, your children meet another boy or girl, or you, whatever. You see another advertisement for a different job, and you start saying, if I go over here, then maybe this here, I can get more. I can get more. And I'm not saying more is not good. But while you're in the process of trying to get more, you left your seed unattended. So what is your intentions with this seed? Because right now you got some good maintenance with this seed, good eating with this seed. So now you want to go over here and see if you could plant another seed. And you find out that seed is nothing but weeds. It's not the job you was thinking about. It's not the buddy, the high school friend, or the elementary friend you thought they was going to be. They coming from a whole different type of weeds. Now you done sat here and pushed yourself and got another seed, and it turned into nothing but weeds, while you left your good flourishing seed over here to wither and die. So weeds can start growing around it. So now you kind of you got two bad things going on. Now your good seed is a bad seed. It's dying. It's no longer going to nourish you anymore because you stopped taking care of it. While you thought you was going to be able to maintain this seed, but this seed said, I'm a different type of seed, baby. And you can't ever get it to flourish because that seed was toxic. That job was toxic. That friend was toxic. Money ain't everything. Everything that shine is not good. But they say everything that glitters is not gold. It's getting dark. And part 2 is shorter than part 1. So we're going to end this part 2. Allow you to comment, get some feedback. Let me know what you would like part 3 to be about. Now, I have some ideas. Trust me, I got some more ideas and topics. But I hope you enjoy part 1 as well as part 2. And if you haven't seen part 1, I'm going to leave an iCard somewhere over here or over here. But don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and share button. Leave a comment. Lovelady loves you. Be blessed.